Hey, yo, it's me, Pops Van Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
Yo, Pops Van Zant here. The Madness Comic Network is evolving into the Madness Roku Network. We're taking our stuff to Roku. We're joining great channels like the American Horrors Channel. We're taking our stuff over there, guys. We love it over there. You're going to love what we bring you. We got some great shows, all kinds of different stuff. Come join the madness, yo. Madness Roku Network right here. Peace.
Fairview's coffee has mysteriously gone missing. Mayhem ensues when strange, coffee-craving zombies plague the city. Detective Mickey Potatoes, an overworked public servant, uncovers why ordinary citizens are losing their minds and how to stop the coffee apocalypse. But it involves the mafia. And when you're dealing with mafia crime families, nothing is ever easy. The mafia controls everything in the city, including the police, including him. If he breaks the mafia, they will break him. So, the city is without coffee. The city is burning before his very eyes, but he's powerless. Detective Potatoes has the power to stop the coffee apocalypse, but if he does, he could lose everything.
Won't you get in trouble if the boss shows up?
Oh, no, it's the boss here? Hey, wait, I'm the boss.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. What's up? What's up, Mr. Bracey? How you doing, brother?
What's up? What's up? Good morning out there for those who are experiencing morning and not afternoon.
It's
Or for
afternoon.
those of you abroad, it might be night.
Yeah, if you're across the pond, it's getting there. Well, no, it's 3 o'clock, right? 3 o'clock in the UK. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends. Like I play a D&D game. Two of the people I play with are in Australia, and like my morning is their night, so there's like that 12-hour difference.
Yeah, we run a gaming stream. MANTICORE's gaming stream comes out of Australia. I just record it later and play it later. You know what I mean? Because I record it and play it later because I'm not awake at 3 a.m. So you know, to produce a live or to even to be here when it goes live, right? 3 a.m. is like that's bedtime for me. The kid's gonna be up at 5. You know.
I would probably get up to play because I'm a maniac.
Well, I mean,
permitting.
I'm usually up really late, and then the kids get up really early, in which I'm awake again. So you know, there's I don't get 4 hours of sleep. 5 hours.
Yeah, I don't.
Just
I don't have to worry about kids. Kids are grandkids, so there's that.
Yeah, I love them, but they loud in the morning. You know, be up in the kitchen, they'll drop something on the kitchen floor while I'm underneath that. Bam!
My uncle once explained to me what it was like having kids because unfortunately my wife and I could never have kids, so that just didn't for us. But he said this is what fatherhood's like. It's Saturday morning. It's your day off. You worked hard all week providing for your family, and at 5 a.m. you feel you're asleep and you feel someone staring at you. And you open your eyes, and there at the edge of the bed, all you see is this. I love you, Daddy.
Are you awake yet, Dad?
Yeah, just waiting on you, man. Like it's Christmas morning or something.
Yeah. Look, I love the kids. They're wonderful. You know, I pretty much dedicated some years of my life to my grandkids. They're great, though. A lot of people that watch the shows, they've seen them all. You know, they come in, they show off comics, they show off their art, they do all kinds of stuff. You know, they're having fun. I'm an old guy that's still trying to have fun. Now, look, I packed everything up and came over here because I'm dog sitting at Pete's house, right? And as you can see, one of the things that I didn't think about was the show-offs tomorrow. Okay. So I had to bring a box of comics with me, as well as all my equipment, you know, clothes for the weekend. It's like I come walking in here with like 5 bags and shit.
Oh, jeez.
All this stuff on this table right here, this is all me, dude. I knew if I didn't bring it, I'd need it. Whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta do shows all weekend. I gotta run a network, and you know, it's like we even went and bought a freaking 40-foot cable. So if the Wi-Fi didn't, if this Wi-Fi thing on my computer didn't work, I could plug it in hardwire, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't have to use it. I could take it back, get my $35 back. Holy, it's not gold. It's a goddamn wire, you guys. What the?
Jeez, man, $35.
$35, dude, for a 40-foot, you know, just like Ethernet cable. Ethernet cable. $35. Yeah, I can get that money back. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a little extreme.
Yeah, especially when you don't got money. You know, it's like that was just in case. I was hoping I'd get to take it back, you know, but I got it just in case. We have holy crap. Somebody needs one of my favorite hairdos in all of comics. For some reason, I don't see his fucking intro in this thing. Oh well. Dude, that light's killing me too. Holy crap, man. Whoa, Jesus. Can't hear you. Turn your mic on. Turn my gun. The best hairdo in comics, folks. Rich Perotta.
I thought somebody was saying that about you.
No.
With your rocker hair.
You see, that's always been me.
He's kind of like rocking the Cure there.
That's what people were freaking out when I told them on the campaign. If it gets to 10,000, then I'll cut it off, cut the whole ponytail off, and donate it to Locks of Love. That's a stretch goal, yo. That means we got some work to do. But if you want to see professional pops, there you go. What do you think, guys? You want to see professional pops? There you go. Always. Still can't hear you, Rich. And you're not muted, so it's definitely the mic. Settings.
The other day, I popped into a StreamYard for a game we were doing, and I don't know. I ended up having to back out and reload because my audio wasn't coming through at all for some reason.
Rich always has audio problems. And when it does come in, it's going to come in super loud, and he's going to be like. Because by then he's going to be frustrated. He's already frustrated. Look at him.
I can see that. Can't blame him though. Sucks to like jump into a show and it doesn't work.
Yeah, like you said, though, he's used to it. He always has to mess around, go out, come back, figure it out. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to help, but yeah. Well, the one thing might help retention, but I don't know about that other thing. Everybody, the StreamYard link is over there in the chat. If you want to come just hang out, we're just hanging out because we don't have a game stream this morning, and I hate dead air. There's got to be something on the channel this time. People expect something on the channel this time.
Yeah, can definitely appreciate that.
You sent me a crap load of information about a character that I may not even use in this game.
I'm kind of OCD about stuff like that. I saw what you and Tobias were like looking to do, and
well, like if I was going to use that in the game that we're going to start next, and build it from scratch. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just like
this character might not even get used. I don't think I'm going to invest too much in it because it's not going to level up at all. We're just going to the tomb, right? It's over.
I know. I was up till 4:00 last night, figuring out my backup character for this game, who might not even get used. But if I don't use him, he'll be an NPC in one of my games somewhere. He'll play some game sometime.
Well, I mean, I might still take them two characters and use that as a build from scratch. I like the possibilities, but I was like, man, that's a lot to absorb for a character I might not even get to play. I just like reading and reading. I was like,
it just comes from like being a DM, and I've been running 5.
Copy and pasted most of that. I'm just
No, I got my resources. I copy and paste, and then like I have my little notes underneath. But like I've been running 5e games since 2018, and as a longtime GM, I'm always invested in trying to make sure my players have a good experience. I'm teaching new people how to play, right. And I could tell when I started watching y'all stream, like you guys weren't very familiar with 5e. Some of you were familiar with the system, so like. I put on my little DM's cap and I was like, here, let me tell you like all the cool things you can do with this character. Because I noticed during the stream, you guys were not doing half of the stuff you could do because you just weren't familiar with the characters and the subclasses and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm familiar with what I strategize well with what I'm aware of I can do.
Like you could have been doing like the Horde Breaker thing. Like third level.
There's stuff I didn't know about, but I still like I said, for what I was aware of, I strategized. I
Mhm.
strategize well with what I have available to me, no matter what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you guys are bad players. You just don't know
Right.
the game that well.
I mean, 5e roll 20. That shit's all new to me, man. We used to play dice. We used to play dice with dice.
Mm. Yeah, for my Sunday game, we don't play on Roll20. We use formerly it was a browser, but like now it's got its own kind of like little website thing. We use a thing called Owlbear Rodeo for our maps and our tokens and all our things, and we just like import maps into that, and we still roll dice. And everybody's just on the honor system. We just roll our dice at home.
I used to just put
we're not streaming. We're not streaming that either. So like people aren't seeing what we're rolling.
I would just point my camera at the desk, roll dice. Here's my roll. I mean, we've done a lot of different kind of games, tabletop card games. You probably looked through the gaming stream playlist. You've seen some of that other stuff, the Laughing Rogue stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We've played it. We've demoed all kinds of tabletop games on live streams from different locations.
Yeah.
We've actually even played that Gone Hunting game where Chris was here and a bunch of us were sitting around the table actually playing the game together, which was even more fun. Obviously, when you're sitting in the same room playing the game with people,
I'd actually enjoy like doing some games, and I have gone around YouTube and seen a few other people playing some of those games, which is great. Games that I grew up with, like everybody else. I started out with D&D with RPGs, right. And then as you start going to the gaming store, you're like, oh, what's this? Paranoia. This sounds really cool. Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Champions. I was big into Marvel superheroes role playing done by TSR at the time, and of course,
we played that one.
Starfinder, D&D in space, basically.
We played the Marvel. That was like my main introduction into role playing was the Marvel superheroes.
Oh, okay. Because obviously, being a comic book nerd, as soon as I found out I could basically D&D with superheroes, I was all over that.
And you could create your own superhero, which led to ideas for comic books. And,
that's where so many of my characters have come from. Have been playing, not just like I've always been making characters. Mr. Happy was first developed for. I went to college in '88, and I was hoping to play some Marvel superheroes role playing, but the guys at college were playing Champions. That was their preferred system. So that's how I came up with that character and ended up becoming the flagship character of my universe. But so many other characters I've come up with. Here's a fun thing. Playing MMOs online, like City of Heroes and Champions online, because they have these really robust character creators, and it allows me to kind of like quickly put together ideas without before I draw anything. And so I was like, I use those archetypes to kind of figure out what I'm doing, and then I go back to work and I draw them for real and decide what their powers and their personalities and everything are, kind of based off what I kind of sort of fiddled around with in the game.
Yeah,
so that's kind of a fun exercise.
It's hilarious because my cousin and I wrote all kinds of weird stories from games that we played. And even like we did a Star Trek Next Generation story about, how they've mentioned like pretty much every kind of music in Star Trek except rock and roll.
Yeah, no love for rock and roll on Star Trek.
Love for rock and roll, dude. So we wrote an episode of Star Trek based on encountering a planet wherein rock and roll was the norm.
I like that.
Dude, it was awesome. I wish I fucking had a copy of it, but that was like in the days of an orange screen DOS computer.
Well, what's cool is like back in the day, before the Kurtzman era kind of, in my opinion, ruined everything Star Trek, you could send in scripts and, if they were good, they would get turned into an episode and you'd have that writing credit.
Well, that was what
that would have been so cool.
We had written a couple of them. We wrote one that ended up turning out to be how Voyager ended, way before Voyager began.
Yeah.
Okay. I understood right away that the Borg had to have originated from Voyager, from the movie The Motion Picture, because it assimilated the first human.
Hmm.
And then off into space it went. And sure enough, the end of Voyager, what they encountered was the Borg homeworld, which Voyager was like at the center of the fucking Borg homeworld. I'm like, you fuckers, that was my idea way before Voyager even began.
I kind of thought the same thing way back in the day, that it was that was
I caught that right away. I caught it right away when the Borg, as soon as the assimilation thing, as soon as you understood what it meant by assimilating a civilization, it was like, well, shit, that happened on Earth during Star Trek The Motion Picture when it assimilated.
Howdy, boys.
What's up?
Morning.
What's up, gang?
He pops in, man. That's how that works. What is up? Gable, what's happening? Everybody in the chat. We just we don't have a game stream today, so we're just gonna come do a hangout.
Yeah, I've roughed in 5 panels and started inking since I saw you.
I'm gonna go walk out, take the dogs out back for a minute. So what I'm gonna do is pop in here remote. Remote pop. And the other pop's gonna go away.
That is so bizarre.
That's how we do this, guys. That's how we do this. And once I get away from the microphone, you won't hear that echo.
Yeah, come to think of it, I might have to pop out and pop back in because this is on my iPad, so I can get back to work on my own project here.
You boys want to go out?
Now, Bracy, do I know you?
I do not think so.
Hi, I'm Doc.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you guys knew each other.
I'm with the Comic Crusaders. If you ever watched any of our podcasts or seen us online, and Pops constantly pops into like our D&D game as well. Me and my friends, Fellowship of the D20, that streams on YouTube. And
yeah, I've seen that.
That's how
he's the wizard. He's the wizard that came to our rescue, Doc.
Yeah.
Well, what's the project you're working on, Bracy?
Let's see. I'm lettering pages for NRG Comics Empress Reboot. I'm coloring for Blood World. We tried a Kickstarter earlier this year, which did not succeed, so we are repurposing. We tried to put together an anthology book, and that didn't catch on like we'd hoped. So now we're going with individual issues.
Right.
And I'm still working on the Blood World banner has I can't remember if he's calling this story family or something else. It's this particular part of the story is like Game of Thrones in space, and my little corner of the Blood World is more like a sci-fi Conan the Barbarian, and that's Fellhand, and I'm doing all the art. I'm doing all the chores on that one, the writing, the art, the lettering, just everything there. So I'm a busy beaver.
Right on.
And I'm still taking commission money.
He told me earlier, he's like, I'm doing this and this and this. I was like, holy shit, I didn't know you did all that.
Yeah, our HVAC crapped out this year, and I've had to finance to pay it. So that was $6,000. That's got to be paid back. So if you need some,
come here, Paulo. Paulo, come here.
Covers, pin up something I can do pretty quick, make a buck off of. Let me know.
You say hi, Rocco. Say hi to Rocco. Oh, geez. All the way.
If you want to see what I can do, go to DeviantArt, and it'd be Bracy 100 is my handle over there. Or check my Twitter feed, Bracy452. Go through the media, although you'd probably have to search a lot because I repost a lot of stuff. So, yeah, go with the DeviantArt quicker.
Now, for those of you who don't know, when I'm away from my grandkids, I do smoke a cigarette every now and then.
Dun dun dun. Plot twists.
But see, I'm not addicted to cigarettes because I can go back there and be there for 3 months and not smoke one at all. But when I get away and I go out and I'm having a good time or go golfing or something, then I'll smoke a cigar on the golf course or something. But I'm not a habitual cigarette smoker, but I smoke them every now and then to remind myself why I quit smoking.
You are responsible, Grandpa. Look at you, so good.
No, it's like I learned to conquer all addictions a long time ago.
Oh wow.
You know, I learned how to control all of them so that I never got lost. I was watching my friends, man, that had all this cool shit, and they started like doing like different fun things, and ended up losing all their cool shit from spending all their money on dumb shit.
What's up,
And
Phil?
it was like, man,
Well, Pops, let
I don't
me correct something. There's only one addiction. There's different drugs of choice, but addiction is addiction.
yeah, well, that's what I mean. I never fell to that I have to have it thing. It's like I do it sometimes because I like to, but I never got to the point where I was like, man, I'm gonna die without that. Now I won't go without weed because I like weed.
I'm Southern, so I'm addicted to buffets, so there's that.
Dude,
What part of the South you in, Bracy?
I'm
trying to get Apollo to
South
I'm trying
Carolina?
to get
Yes,
That's
sir.
my home state. I'm from the low country.
word.
Doc's right. He's right next door though. Apollo, come here. They want to see you too, buddy. Come here.
Yeah, I'm
He
from the
was
low
just
country,
mad.
down in Beaufort.
Come
Okay,
here,
I'm
Apollo.
a tiny little town called Dillon, but I've been
Yeah, buddy.
Grand
That's
Strand
Apollo.
for 23 years.
What are you up toward, Aiken?
No, I've been living. Let's see. Dillon is like 7 miles from the North Carolina border. The next town over, Roland. But since I got married, I've been living in the Myrtle Beach area, well, a little south of Myrtle Beach, for the past 23 years. I love living by the beach.
Yeah, same. Hunting Island, Hilton Head. Love it down there. That's home, baby. The Carolina Low Country, the Spanish moss, the sand fleas, and the beach, baby.
You can see how beautiful a day it is here in Michigan, right?
That is
It's
nice.
beautiful. It's
Yeah, but
beautiful. Right?
Yeah, but I know what it's going to look like before long, so I don't. Yeah, no.
I'll
I'm
actually
good with
be 2 o'clock. I'll be running out to the pier to do a karaoke for about 4 hours.
Damn. See, I want to do that.
I gotta
Phil,
get
how you
myself.
doing, brother? Good to see you.
I can't see the chat, so you got to talk to our friends.
Phil Leon is in the chat. He says, "Up, hipsters, smoke 'em if you got 'em."
The link's in the StreamYard, Bill, if you want to jump out here. I'm just outside with the dogs right now because, you know.
That's weird. I don't see the chat at all on my iPad for some reason. Of course, I got the window expanded. Yeah, but I'm getting ready to switch over to my laptop anyway, so I can get back to drawing on my iPad.
Cool.
Good. Share screen while you're drawing. We'll watch.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm working on one other thing. El Hio.
Backwoods Boy Small Engines is here. Good morning.
What's up, Backwoods? Good to see you, man. He's from the Nitro Freak crowd over there on YouTube.
Right.
Good people over there.
Yeah, Bracy, you'll know. You know when you get in the zone and everything just starts working for you when you're drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, dogs. Let's go.
I fell into the zone when I stopped my stream this morning, and then I reached that point where
Look at that. They both just come.
I'm about to screw something up.
Now, I want to show you the Doc. You know, the reason I'm here is because we got to keep them separated, right?
Right.
So, you see, we got gate A. Then we come through the house, and here's gate B between us and Blaze. Now I'm gonna turn this shit off.
All right. Yeah, my dog would just step over that gate.
Yeah, for a guy.
They could all jump over them, but
Oh, I
if
said
they
step.
come through one, it's like we got time to get there to stop them from getting through two. You know what I mean?
No, I said step over, not jump over.
Yeah.
She's tall.
Yeah, but those dogs, he takes them out back, you know, and they can all leap fucking 6 foot high to grab shit, no problem. You know, they can fucking jump right over that. But
You know,
they don't.
my dog's at that stage where she's all elbows and knees, long legs, goofy, gangly. Like if she gets up a head of steam running, she'll trip, fall, skid that shit on the ground.
Well, that just sucked the juice right out of my phone. Now I got to plug this thing in. Shit.
Yeah, StreamYards will kill a phone quick.
Old cheap ass phone, man. Samsung 3.
Oh, it'll kill a lot of things quick. I always have to plug in all my peripherals when I'm using the StreamYard.
But yeah, if I could get Blaze to come over here, I'd introduce him to you guys. But Blaze, come here, dude. No, he's like, fuck you, Pops. He's like, I'm mad. My mom left. I'm pissed off right now. Leave me alone. That dog, like, he snores and he runs all night long. It's fucking hilarious, man. But hey, this is why I'm here. Now, Phil, I say you're more than welcome to join us. Gable, you know, Backwoods, anybody, man, the link is in the chat. And you guys are all welcome. We're just like hanging out, drinking coffee and smoking, you know. Yeah, Jeff, you got the link. You can go out, come back in, and then you can share your screen if you want. If you can show what you're working on.
I actually don't know how to share a screen. For a guy who uses technology, I'm almost a lot.
I can teach you that real fast. Like right now, I can teach you that. See down below where it says present?
I got a headache bigger than all outdoors.
Hang on, let me.
In the StreamYard, down below it'll say present.
Well, I got the window expanded, and now it doesn't seem to want to unexpand.
Third pot of coffee, starting to feel awake.
I'm only like first, still haven't really killed the first cup.
Yeah, but that cup will hold half a pot. Shit.
Yeah, I know.
I don't do that.
Okay, what's going on?
I don't do that.
Can't seem to share.
Let me back up. I don't use a big cup and then fill it up because it'll get cold by the time it gets to the bottom. I know yours is insulated.
Yeah.
I have one of those, but for whatever reason, man, the coffee just tastes funny to me coming out of that instead of ceramic. So I will typically get one of my ceramics and just fill it like that, drink it, go get some more.
I did see a coffee cup. I think I told you earlier, Doc. I did see a coffee cup that I want. I was at the dispensary.
Speaking of coffee cups, we're having a hard time. I mean, we overcame it. I should say we had a hard time figuring out getting the Pariah logo onto black mugs. We figured it out, but man, I didn't know sublimation was a big deal for doing it on a black mug.
So I went to the dispensary and they had coffee cups, you know, with weed stuff on them, right? They had this one that had a pot leaf, but it was an American flag. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I kind of went over to look at it, and it turns out that it's also a pipe. So you can drink your coffee and smoke your weed out of it.
Oh, Lord.
Wow. It's a wake and bake utensil, bro. I was like, you know, somebody thought of this idea 40 years ago, and now that it's legal everywhere, they're like, finally, I get to make money off it. I never seen. I was like, I told everybody, I want one. I want one of those. I would drink out of that. You know, I have to put some kind of cool sticker on the backside from somebody, but you know.
Man, Facebook is lagging.
Yeah. Oh shit! I got messages over there. They're sending me messages. Oh, Rich, coach me again. What do you mean, coach you again, Rich? settings. If you're watching, go to settings and change your microphone. Make sure the mic you're using is the one, because the little green thing will jump up and down when you're talking, when you text, but you got to go into your settings. I'm not going to type all this out. I hope you're still watching. But that's the only thing I can say, man. It's like, I don't use earbuds and shit. I have a microphone and speakers, and I just turn the speakers away from the microphone so it doesn't feedback or pick up the echo, and do my show. You guys know, I never use earbuds. Can't stand it.
I usually only use them if I'm running my air conditioner, but I didn't care today. I just ran it.
Right.
But it's actually cool outside today. So again, just knocking the humidity out of the air back here.
Baby, it's cold outside.
It's gonna be.
Now, did you get your screen off of full screen yet?
Yeah, I got like this sidebar, and I can't see like how the little thing to allow me to minimize my screen is covered up by this thing that says like you're in the show, and I don't know how to get out of that.
Okay, well,
boomer apparently.
You could go out and just come back in. Hopefully that won't be
Yeah, I think that's what I'll have to do, because I'm really good with I'm really good with things like Clip Studio Paint and Photoshop and all those programs, but when it comes to general computer stuff, I'm a complete nobody.
I am an analog man in a digital world.
I'll tell you what, when I first, I've been here for all the like major changes the last 3 years. And for being somebody who didn't know shit about any of this is an easy program to learn. Laurie and Brittany and everybody, I taught, real quick how to set up shows, how to do everything.
I want to do that because I want to do some. I'd love to do some streaming shows, like stream myself drawing, but it's like every time I was like, I got to take time away to learn how to do this when I need to be working.
Hey, you can do that shit on our channel that I can produce for you, just like I do half these other people.
I'm gonna.
You can do that cross stream on our network anytime, bro. It's really easy to set up your destinations in my StreamYard, so the broadcast goes out to your places as well as ours. Like right now, this is going to Doc's Twitter, my Twitch, Doc's YouTube, my YouTube, the Facebook group, the Still Token Facebook group, because they're my buds over there, and my own personal Facebook page. So it's going out to 8 destinations right now.
Holy cow.
And we just bring you into the StreamYard and we add your destinations. And when you do a show, you create the show. I can teach you in 5 minutes how to set up a show, how to upload your video content, how to upload your everything, dude. I can even show you where they make shorts, how you can use StreamYard to make shorts for YouTube and all that shit.
Dang. Yeah, because there's like, I would like to like make some more content, because I used to enjoy having a YouTube channel back in the day.
I could teach you how to do this quicker than you can teach me how to run that character I want to do. And I'm not exaggerating. This is really easy. If you got somebody to walk you through the different tabs.
You think what you got is bad? Like Tobias, I think my document for like his character ended up being like 7 pages. Oh yeah. I get kind of OCD about this kind of stuff. I get like all deep into the D&D and figuring out, like I love figuring out builds and things like that. So like, I'll teach these guys how to maximize their characters and have a good time, because like not knowing the system as well, I want you guys to get all the benefits out of the characters. So like when I run Ravenlaw for you guys, there's gonna be lots of teachable moments, I'm sure.
Yeah. And I'm kind of looking forward to that. I mean, without a doubt.
Max has been really nice to you guys, but I plan on being very evil.
Well, Max has been nice to us because he knew he was going to kill us off in the tomb, right? And I think we surprised him in a few different areas where we encountered minor bosses and just like
there was
blew
a
through.
couple of times
I mean,
it got darn hairy.
yeah,
I really
early
thought the T-Rex. I thought the King of Feathers was going to kill at least two of you.
You see, I mean, it's like we do work well together.
He was really nice with that because the King of Feathers can teleport every single round, and he didn't take advantage of that.
Oh,
Peace.
Doc.
Namaste.
Phil, you were my tech guy. Why don't you message Rich and tell him how to fix his fucking mic?
Well, like I said, I'm gonna pop out of this and I'm gonna pop back in.
All right, I'll be here.
You're right.
While they're gone, I might as well just play an ad because that's what we do. Since let's see, Doc left without saying goodbye. I got to find a different. Let's go over into this one. This one stuff. Since Doc left, we'll go ahead and play his trailer for his upcoming. Yep, that's a damn dirty thing. You guys know what's up. I seen Jeff pop in, but he popped back out again. So, I don't know. We can talk about anything you guys want to talk about, or anybody wants to pop in. The StreamYard link is over there in the chat. If you got something to say, spit it out. Let's talk about it. Questions about the Roku or whatever. That's why we're here. Now,
Yeah, it's still just porting me right over into the full screen. I don't know why.
That's weird. That's really weird.
It is weird because usually I have to expand the window.
Put your mouse up near the top of the screen, but not all the way to the top. See if you can.
I'm on an iPad. I don't have a mouse.
Oh! That could be the problem. I don't know if you get all the options on the iPad. All you're seeing is just me and you. All you're seeing is just me and you.
Yep.
Damn.
It might just be that's the way it works.
Yeah, I do not know. I've never tried to do this on an iPad, so no idea. No, Laurie uses hers for the game.
Yeah, usually when I'm StreamYard and I hop over onto my MacBook and I use my iPad for other things. Like I got this D&D app called Fight Club, which I keep all my characters in. So like I'll refer to that actually more often than the sheets in the game. I keep track of like my expended spell slots and other conditions like that, and I can just do things much faster on there, and then I go and adjust the character sheet in the game. Yeah, I actually use my my iPad a lot more than my laptop these days because I'm constantly working on it anyway. Handy Apple Pencil.
I've gotten pretty good at manipulating my character sheet during the stream, but keeping it off the map, and just like popping it out when I need to and doing what I need to do and then moving it back over, whatever.
See, what I do is like I actually expand it and it's its own separate window.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could do that, but then I'm jumping from windows. When I'm trying to make sure that. Yeah, it's like I got to watch the stream, the map, make sure the map's in the right place. be able to see the chat, the whole thing. So I'm only watching StreamYard. I put my Roll20 up in a separate window. And if I need to change something, then I pull that up. But I got to keep track of StreamYard. You know, camera's gone.
I guess what I'll do is, so I can be productive, is I will go back to. I could probably talk to you via this while I'm still drawing. I just won't be looking directly at you anymore.
It ain't nothing here you want to look at anyway.
What are you talking about? Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Well, I mean, you can be. I'm talking about myself. I ain't been called pretty since I was in my 20s, man. You know.
Yeah. Let's see. What is that? Open this back up. For those who might be wondering what I'm using out there, even though you can't see it, can you still hear me, Pops?
I can hear you. I just can't see you.
Okay, I think I will open up the thing then. Pop back over here for this second. Yeah, this is the first gen iPad 12.9-inch Pro, and I recently upgraded to the 5th generation, which is going to be a lot more powerful with its processor. It's got like a quad-core M1 processor, so it's going to do a lot more. This thing can only basically kind of do one thing at a time, really.
Right.
But I would probably still just be using this forever. But like all electronics, it seems that no matter how careful you are, eventually you just end up dropping something. And so, like, there's a section of my screen that will not read my Apple Pencil anymore, so I can't swoosh across the entire screen.
Mm-hmm.
And every now and then it gets in this weird thing where I'll be drawing, and then like all of a sudden these crazy lines will be shooting off my Apple Pencil. It's like, okay, something's wrong with the digitizer. So it's like, all right, I will just invest in another one, because if this thing craps out, I want to be able to continue my work. And I'll just airdrop everything over to the new iPad, and that'll be my main workstation.
Right. Yeah, I got this tower that I brought over here. It's been all the way to Savannah, Georgia, on a bus.
Whew.
Yeah, it went all the way to Comic-Con in Savannah. We did prom-con from the actual floor of a con.
Nice.
We were live the whole time. It was a fucking blast.
All right, I'm getting ready to switch out here.
I'd love to be able to do that more, but that shit ain't cheap.
No. I loved setting up tables at con. Yeah,
well, I mean, it's one thing if you're there with a ton of merch to sell and make money, but I was there setting up a show.
I didn't even have a ton of merch. I just carried, like, at the time I was painting, and I had a bunch of, like, 20 by, or at least 17, like something like a 18 by 24 inch illustrations, paintings I'd done. I'd learned how to airbrush, but I was doing like a lot of brush painting too, and I'd enhance it with airbrush because I was painting motorcycles at the time. And I was collecting all these paintings, and I just started like, well, I want to work in the industry anyway. And this is where you go to make connections because I wasn't so big on the internet way back in 99 and 2000 and all that. And so I started bringing these paintings to cons and seeing if I could sell them. And that's actually how I got my first gig working for a company called Silent Devil Press, drawing one story and then inking on another and doing like a kind of painted washes and stuff. A fella named Christian Baronek, who technically isn't a fella anymore. He's a trans woman, but still one of my good friends. Christian is kind of dropped out of the comic scene, is aiming more for prose. Christian's a writer, damn fine writer, by the way, and just weirdly never seemed to get the sort of push that a lot of people who are like LGBT got in the industry these days. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to drop names per se, but like when it comes to some of the creators I've seen on that end of things, there's a lot of I don't think are very good. I think a lot of them are kind of hacky, and Christian is legitimately amazing. Christian has worked for Disney. Christian has done things all across the board. I was like, I asked him one time, I was like, dude, why aren't you the person, why aren't you the one who's getting all the accolades and all the jobs? And he said, his opinion was it came along with like a social media presence, and that just wasn't his thing.
Right.
So instead of going for, talent, they kind of went for the influencer.
And see, that's the way it's been for a while. It's like there's only a few really good fucking creators that are still in the picture.
Like all the guys we grew up with, they're all off doing their own thing or getting into other avenues of creativity because the comic industry doesn't want them anymore.
Yeah, but look what they're doing now. Like Chuck Dixon's going to the Rippaverse.
Yep.
Mike Barron said something to Eric on a live stream, and Eric's like, he's gonna get Mike Barron.
Mike Barron is like one of the best things I've read in a while. So much fun.
That was one of the first books that I like really heavily promoted, other than ones I was involved in. You know what I mean? I met Mike like the second CromCon. I hit him up on Facebook. I'm like, hey man, I'd really like.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna pop out and come back in.
All right. I will continue that story in a moment. Some of you, I'm sure, have already heard it. Mike Barron is like super fucking cool. And, I was nobody. I was seriously somebody who just started doing this, didn't have any kind of online presence except for my Facebook group, Hit Mike up and I'm like, yeah, hey, yo, man, would you like to come out to CromCon? It's CromCon too. He's like, hey, Pops, here's my phone number. Give me a call. And I was blown away because I was nobody, I wasn't. No. Yeah, I had a little Facebook group with like 400 people in it, I didn't have a YouTube channel. I didn't have nothing, man. And Mike came out to the show. But I mean, he gave me his phone number. He said, call me, Pops. And we talked for like 2 hours, right? And it was, dude. But then he ended up getting canceled by subreddit over a previous book that involved a biker who found God, right? Okay. And they got mad about that over there on subreddit. Something about God, and they canceled Mike. And then when Florida Man came out, they tried to cancel Mike again. And that was when It's so damn vicious,
Yeah, Even when people try and apologize when I don't think they necessarily should.
Yeah, the link's over there, Apex, if you want to jump in here. Yeah, man, it's like they went after Mike hard. And I consider Mike my friend because Mike gave me his fucking phone number and we talked and we kind of bonded on comics and shit, right? And I'm like, you don't get to go after my friends. And it's not just Mike. I've been that for many people. You don't get to go after my friends. They're nice. They're not going to say anything. I'm not quite that nice. And I don't have a book to worry about.
Yeah, I just
so
I just don't understand the need to utterly destroy somebody.
No, and to go after his books, right? So Florida Man's great. First off, funniest, I mean that and Beard Zerker, Don Chin from Parody Press. Those are the two funniest books of the last 4 years.
Oh, I haven't seen Beard Zerker. I gotta check that out.
Yeah. Yeah. All I do is talk about comics. Yep. Yeah, Beard Zerker is great. Okay, if you just go watch the video, I think you probably still find it on Indiegogo. If you just go watch the video, you're sold on the book. It's that funny. It just sets you up for it. But it's one of those. Don Chin's great. Okay, he's one of those Easter egg guys. He's one of those guys that when you're looking at the stuff, you don't just like glaze over the panels. There's stuff hidden there that you stop and look for, and it makes a longer read out of your comic book. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? As somebody who's spending money for comic books, the longer I'm in this comic before I get to the end of it, the better it is. No matter how many pages it is, give me something to look at that keeps me there for a minute on each panel.
Here's something I can show you. I took on an 8-page story for a fellow I met on Twitter called Marfell Comics.
Doc already left Apex.
He's I believe he's out of Spain. He does Spanish superheroes, and this particular character who looks like a disco ball is called El Hio, which means the thread.
Okay.
And in between all those little disco ball patterns, he can generate like a cutting laser beam between any of these facets on his body. So it's an ability I've never seen before. And this guy comes up with like the craziest concepts. Like I've never seen anybody create characters like this, but I think all of them are really cool. So like, we've been having a good time bantering back and forth, and I've done some spot work for him here and there.
What's up, Ron? Links over there, boy, in the chat. You want to jump out here, you're more than welcome. I got to get you guys the freaking admin for your show later anyway, so don't let me forget. Ron Romo has show tonight, you guys. Check it out. And on Romo on Monday, he's got Dixon and a launch party. I think their first launch party on their show. So it'll be good times, man. We spread love around here. Chuck Dixon's gonna be on Romo, so you won't want to miss that. I already know the questions that Brittany has for Chuck, and they were cool. And Chuck liked them and said, "Oh hell yeah, I'll come out to the show." So we do it, man. You just go talk to people, and see. This is Eric July was on John's Long Box the other day. It's like, damn, I want Eric July come on my show.
Yeah, here's a.
We got this.
This is a. Let me pull it back.
Oh hell yeah!
This is the sci-fi barbarian I was talking about. That screen's reflected on it.
Oh, I'm seeing it. Just tilt it back just a little bit at the top.
Trying to get the light off of it.
Just like that. Tilt it back at the top.
So much light, everything's reflected. Because this is actually printed on a piece of metal.
Nice.
But this is Fellhand the Barbarian. And he is fighting a mutant creature right now called the Prophecy Bear. The Prophecy Bear are psychic monsters. And while they attempt to kill you, they start foretelling, if they don't consume you, they start foretelling dire portents of your future. So they almost drive you. It's very Lovecraftian in the way I designed it. Like they kind of attack you with madness as well as tooth and claw.
He said
and
madness.
the weapon he's using there is a weapon I designed called the Singularity Blade because I wanted to out lightsaber a lightsaber. So it's basically a sword that's a portable black hole.
Damn.
All right.
It's a piece of forbidden banned technology because potentially if the safeguards ever fail, if like the bigger an item you plunge it into, the harder it is to retract. So if the accretion area just keeps grabbing in more and more matter, like you can cut something and it'll eat the thing that gets separated, but if you plunge it into something, it gets really hard to retract. So you can potentially destroy the world if you're not careful with this thing.
Oh God!
Yeah, don't stick it in a stone there.
So take that, George Lucas, with your laser swords.
Don't stick it in a stone there, King Arthur. Hey,
That's
Apex,
right. No King Arthur in with this thing.
Apex, go ahead and tell everybody who you are, what's due. And Jeff, this is Apex. Apex, this is Jeff.
Pleasure.
Oh, did he freeze on me? Not now, not right when I was having to do his introduction. It's my screenshot that. And we're going to try one more time. Say something, Rich. Nope.
Oh man, that sucks.
I don't know what to tell you is the deal.
I think we're all going to have to learn sign language. That means all of you out there too. So Rich can talk to us all.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. Look at his mic settings and it's like everything's set okay from my end.
Let's see, Apex had to back out as well.
I
don't know, man. Sometimes StreamYard is a little funky, but I know you said like he typically has mic problems.
Yeah. I mean, he's in England and he's using stupid little earbud. Like I said, I never used those, and I don't have the echo problem. I don't have any of the problems that I see other people have with a mic and speaker. I just don't have those problems. Turn the mic away from the speakers, turn the speakers away from the mic. Don't have the speakers like bouncing right off a wall, and you're good.
It's interesting. I usually don't have those problems at all, like chatting through my iPad. You link on Discord, StreamYard, a whole bunch of things. I don't know what kind of voodoo they put into the iPads where you don't get the echo and whatnot. But because I have to do things through the MacBook here, I often have to put the headphones on to avoid the double speak, as it were.
All right.
There he is.
Apex, tell everybody who you are and what you do, and I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee while you're doing that.
I'm Brett Cantrell, Apex Comics. People know me as Apex Comics. Yes, I'm a self-publisher, creator, writer, artist. Been doing this since this comic book thing since 1996. Even earlier than that, designed teams and characters since pretty much mid-70s all the way up. I mean, also a drummer. Played for a few bands here and there.
Nice.
And, of course, a Navy veteran, Desert Storm, served 1989 to 1993. It's, I have a good varied, I'm a jack of all trades pretty much, but mainly loving the art. I work security and drive Uber on the side, so it's a good thing.
I don't know what you say in the Navy, but I'll give you a good old Army hua.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. A second here. All right. Let's see here. We got. All right. I have a couple of things I have sale on my PayPal. I'll go and put it in my description in the chat, but I'll wait till Doc gets back so he can blow up my
Yeah,
screen.
pop it up for you.
Yeah. But I've got an ash can. I've got the, well, let me get this out. Apex Comics Cavalcade. 3 stories, 20 pages, $10 each. Also comes with a print on the back of the board, but there's a wraparound cover for that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. There's black and white pages here. So that's
Got
for
a
$10.
nice kind of Doctor Strange, kind of high fantasy vibe going on there.
Yeah. This is the team called Stars of Freedom. We got Captain Freedom, Snowman, Flash Guard. Well, you see them both more likely in the wraparound. Yeah. Let's see. Captain Freedom up front. Got Snowman right here. Flash Guard. Flagman. And, yep. Oh, the first appearance of the Executor in this tale. And you got Landshark right here. And you have a female from T-Rex Fighter. And these are 3 stories. Landshark, let's see, Stars of Freedom and T-Rex Fighter. 3 stories, 20 pages, black and white, color cover. I also have the Apex Comics Golden Age, which has 2 mini comics. A 32-page Madam X, Woman of 1,000 Faces, a British hero during World War II. And we have Nikolai Starr, who's later named Nikolai Steele. He's a Russian POW during the World War and under experimentation of Nazi experiments, turned him into a chromium steel super soldier. And so you got 2 exciting World War II tales, $10, and plus it comes with a print on the back. There's Madam X, and there you have it. If you get 2,
what are the dimensions of those little comics?
Those are 2.5 by 3 3/4, 2.5 wide by 3 3/4 tall, a trading card size.
That is crazy.
I produced these back in 1998, and if you buy 2 for $20, you get a bonus, some original art, some original sketch or pencils or whatever, along with the package. Always add something extra with the bonus gift,
Nice.
make it worthwhile. Yeah, it could be anything. It could be possibly a penciled sketch card or what have you. So fun. Also coming out with Fembat. Working on my getting my campaign started on Fembat on Fund My Comic. Hopefully later this year once I get everything rounded up. And I've been doing this is my new
Fund My Comic, the platform that's not censoring creators.
Thank goodness, right?
Yeah.
Crom approves.
Crom approved.
Crom approves right there. See? Even Crom's down with the My Comic catalog.
This is the Red-Blooded American.
I'm a sucker for patriotic heroes.
Red-Blooded American hero from Enforcer Inc., my Avengers-like super team from the late 80s, early 90s. And added a little history on the back. Red-Blooded American, first appearance, Apex Comics Deluxe #1, which is hasn't been published yet. It's a 12-page Enforcer Inc. story. Members of Enforcer Inc. were captured by the robot forces of the Eliminator. Billionaire Peter Rhubarb hires Red-Blooded American to assist the giant in saving the superhero team from the Eliminator's clutches. There you have it.
I love the Kirby-esque styling of that particular piece.
Yeah, I just did this from my head. A little bit of a Neil Adams foreshortening with Kirby style figure. There you have
Because
it.
we all got our dynamic foreshortening from Kirby.
Oh yeah,
The master of it.
Absolutely.
Romo, you already have Crom's.
I live for Crumbs. Romar. Hello. Philman X and London Gothic. Hello.
Yeah, Nick, it's good to see you, bro. It's
London Gothic. I just just yesterday, I believe, received my Volume 2 digital download of London Gothic. Everybody ought to check this the London Gothic out. It's great stuff.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Michael Burton, artist, Nick, writer, dude, they're killing it over there.
Mm-hmm.
Another one of those tandems, like Christian and Lucifer, that just click together and make it work. You know.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Looking forward to what they do next. You know what I mean?
Yeah, London Gothic is really on point. If you guys like a urban horror fantasy, that sort of deal, it's like it's just really, really cool.
And Nick, you do have a wrench. You can drop that link over there, bro. Just saying.
Oh yeah, I get the link here. I do that.
That's why you guys all got wrenches. All your creators that come to my channel and I give you a wrench. The reason is because I want you to drop your links and show people what you're doing.
That's nice.
The purpose of the network. That's why we built this thing. That's why we're always trying to make it bigger and better.
Yeah.
You know? Like down below, the Roku campaign. We're trying to get the funding to take all these shows to Roku.
Oh yeah.
On our own platform, our own network. No YouTube overlords, no stupid fucking Facebook audio scammer claims against your content. None of that.
Yeah.
Scammer comes to me and says, "Hey man, this is my content." I'm gonna say, talk to the DMCA. Hey, send me a fucking email saying I got to take it down. Then I'll take it down. But you know what I mean? I'm not Google. I'm not beholden to no corporate nothing.
Right.
That's the way I want to build it. And I hope people get behind the concept of that, because we need a network on over-the-top TV that's just for comics and pop culture and hobbies and movies and the things we love. And I don't mean like the big movies that are on Tubi and everywhere else. I mean our stuff, our animations, our episodic YouTube shows, that stuff. So people who actually care about that stuff have a whole network of that stuff to look at. If you
Roku definitely still does that sort of thing. I remember when I first got the Roku channel, I went around exploring what back in the old days, for those of you who probably don't, you're too young to know, it used to be like cable access style channel content before we got YouTube, where everybody could just do whatever they want. But we've seen the way YouTube's gone. And so we need these places again where people can just, jam and be themselves and just be creative without censorship.
I just put in the link for my comics. So you guys check them out.
That's what we're talking about.
PayPal.
The links. Drop the freaking links,
Drop in the link.
I mean, while I'm out here, while I'm live,
dropping the links,
dropping the links to get out.
It's like this, guys. When I'm out here live, don't make me feel like I'm wasting my time. Take advantage of my time. Drop your links. The people that watch see your links. The ones that think I want to go check that out, go check that out. My job feels like it has worth then. I come out here and talk for 3 hours. Nobody drops their links, and it's
let's see if
my stuff.
All right.
How much fun is that?
Now we drop them in the chat. Is that where we drop them?
In the chat.
Yeah, I told you I'm practically a Luddite.
Well, I mean, whatever you want. If you want to put it in the private chat and StreamYard, I can drop it in the chat. Or if you want to just go put it on the YouTube channel in the chat. Like if you're just like tuning into a YouTube show, you have a wrench. You don't even have to be in here with us. You can drop your link.
Let's see.
You see what I'm saying?
Join in the chat.
I mean, obviously, come on. We got 40 playlists, all them different shows. Obviously, this is about spreading the love. So spread the fucking
I'll drop in the private chat because I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, like I say, you got to be watching on YouTube in the YouTube chat.
Oh, I was dropping it to you through StreamYard. I thought you could throw it up.
I got you.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
this is
Yeah.
this is linked to my my Deviant art, which has like something like over 500 pieces of art on there.
Right there, yo. Got it in Docs, got it in the Twitch. Go check it out. Check it out.
How much is in my gallery? 555 deviations. Man, I've been there a long time. Lots to see.
Nice.
Thank you. Let's see. AC. I thought I was running it again. Let's see. To get to inking on this here, I got my pencils done.
I'm pretty sure ain't nobody here. Ain't nobody here, you. And these boys are good watchdogs, I'm telling you. Anything gets anywhere near the top. One in the front, two in the back. Don't try it. Oh yeah. Laurie, Brittany, I don't know if you guys are watching, but I got you. I will let me see. Let me check something out, Brittany. I might just send you it admin now if you're paying attention. This might. Yeah, I can send Brittany admin right now.
Right now.
I'll wait.
Right now.
Let's see. Do you draw as well, Apex?
Of course.
You said you did everything. So what do you work on? I work on an iPad using Clip Studio Paint. I used to use Photoshop a lot till I discovered Manga Studio, which is now Clip Studio Paint.
Old school traditional guy on the board directly. Old school, baby. You have original art right on hand to sell after you.
Definitely valuing that.
Yeah. I mean, I know how to do Photoshop, and I just don't have the equipment. Or I know I'm more intrigued just to put it on paper. That's just the way I roll.
It's weird. I've done like sketches at Free Comic Book Day at some of the local shops, and so yeah, I'm doing little commission sketches. And the first time I went to do that, because I've been working digitally about 5 years at the time, I had to this isn't the right size, and I actually touched my paper and tried to pinch and zoom. I was like, oh wow. I've been doing this a minute.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
I've actually got to erase this and redraw it. I can't just reposition.
Dagnabbit. It's real. It's too real for me. Can't handle it. Yeah,
I'm going to tell you something else too. Rich, I don't know if you're still watching, but I'm going to send you admin and see if you can come in here and fix your settings in StreamYard and see if that helps.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do. I'm sending you admin, Rich, if you're still watching.
It's funny. I have found that working digitally has changed my approach, because when I was working on paper, using pen and paper all the time,
yeah,
I would do a lot more feathering and cross hatching.
Mm-hmm.
And I still did that until the point where I had to start coloring my own art.
Yeah.
And then the color has become the thing that gives my artwork volume as opposed to my line work.
Right.
But sometimes I try and get back into and working in my old style.
Distinct Frazetta.
Big hero of mine. Love that guy.
Yeah. Even his sketches, anything he puts to paper is phenomenal.
Oh, I've got so many art books and prints of his paintings, but one of my favorite art books is all pencil and inked work. So it's like a whole selection of his pencils, and it's got like a whole bunch of just pen and ink drawings, and it's just a thing of wonder and beauty.
Can you remember the title of that book with the pencil sketches and all that? I'd like to get a copy of that, definitely. I'm sure it's probably costs a lot of money to get. Maybe not. If you can find it on Amazon or eBay, you might can find a decent price.
Is it it's out in my my bookcase, which has doors on it.
Oh, all right. Show us a physical copy, perhaps, maybe.
Let's see if this was the one. Yeah, I still keep a lot of art books. It's called Frazetta Illustrations Arcanum.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's really terrific.
I gotta get a copy of that.
You know, I got a happy birthday wish from his daughter.
Really? Which daughter?
Heidi, I think her name is.
Oh, Heidi? Yeah. Oh.
She said, happy birthday, Pops. I was like, wow.
Well,
This
happy
is
birthday.
I didn't know she knew I existed. That was like super cool. Right?
That's nice. That's very nice.
I mean, it's
What day was your
one thing when
birthday?
you did it, like, you know, from somebody who knows who you are and you know they know who you are. But
Yeah.
when
Here you
somebody
go.
Like,
This is
Oh, sweet.
oh, hold up.
this is the copy of the book here.
Oh, that's so cool.
Pull that back a little bit.
Oh,
And it's
wow.
it got this woman being very hentai molested by a giant octopus on the cover.
Lord have mercy. So, did you buy it on eBay or where'd you get it?
You know, I can't remember if I found it at the bookstore at a comic shop, but I got a physical copy of it years ago.
Oh, wow.
And it's gorgeous. It's so sumptuous.
Oh, I bet.
You know, just as much as I love his paintings, I wasn't really painting at the time, and so seeing how he approached his strokes and his forms using like pencil and pen and ink,
Yeah.
was very beneficial to me at the time.
Yeah.
Still is. I still got a copy of How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way that I refer to periodically, as well as books by like Bern Hogarth's Dynamic Anatomy and Dynamic Drapery and Dynamic Lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
must haves.
Yeah. Oh, here's a copy right here.
I'm going to step out front with the other dog real quick.
Yes.
You guys are feeling fine.
Invaluable resource. That's how I learned how to draw my muscles in that book.
Yeah. So detailed in so many ways.
I'm not gone. I'm just getting out the way so you guys can keep showing stuff.
It's giving you the start of a figure, just going through the center scope of the head and et cetera, through the anatomy.
I actually had I know a lot of people say they have trouble drawing like hands and feet. I have no trouble drawing hands and feet, but I used to struggle with the head, particularly things like lips on women, like were a real pain in the ass for me.
Yeah.
I still struggle with hair. I still have to.
Hair is tough. Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is. I mean, drawing trees is one thing. Hair, and you have to make it look smooth and nice, and try and get the flow of the lines just right. There's times your lines just are crap. You just got to start over. It's like, oh no, I made a mistake.
I have this habit of over rendering hair, so it all looks like straw.
Oh yeah, you gotta kind of be careful.
Because I used like the style I developed. I used to like I said, working on paper. I loved doing all these fine lines and all these hatchings, and I was partly inspired by manga, doing like I know manga doesn't really do that sort of thing, but like the old style, and I really got into like enjoying doing line work to fill in space and to create depth and volume. Like even in backgrounds, I'd put like all these little hatch marks and create all these details. It's very detail oriented. I got heavily into guys like Tim Vigil.
Oh, Vigil's a master.
Yeah.
He is.
One of the greatest compliments I got, I did a Spawn painting, and I didn't realize, I didn't even count Vigil as one of my influences because he was too good. And somebody at a con looked at it and said, like, you know, this reminds me of Tim Vigil. I was like, I'll take it.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's pretty fun.
Let me see if I can find that
Yes,
painting
if
in
you
my
can
gallery
find it.
here.
Yeah, for sure. I'm currently penciling the Red Blood American versus 3 robots.
Oh,
Nice battle royale action. So it's penciling that in.
sounds like fun.
Try to pencil in the boots just right. There's times where you got to get it just right on the boots, the way that the shadow hits the object.
You know, one of my least favorite things to draw is like shoes.
Oh yeah.
I absolutely loathe drawing like sneakers.
Oh yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
It's one of the reasons, like, I wanted to do a barbarian comic because I much prefer drawing organic shapes to anything processed or mechanical.
Right.
Which kind of sucks because I do love that stuff.
Well, yeah.
But I hate drawing it, man. Then especially if you do superheroes, you're going to end up doing crowd scenes. I hate crowd scenes.
Crowd scenes, buildings, street scenes. Yeah, it's challenging. I have like projects on pretty much in the fire right now, just trying to complete them and finding the time to do them. That's the other thing.
Faux show. Like, I was talking to my wife one day, and I said, like, you know, I will never get all of the ideas out of my head before I die. There's just not enough time.
It's hard. Yeah, you try to flesh them all out. It's finding the time to do it. I was like, oh boy. Okay. This looks a little weird here. Yeah.
Let's see. Hope this will look good on here. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to look on the camera, but this is the piece that got compared to Tim Vigil.
Oh, yeah, blow that up. Yeah, focus it a little bit more. Oh, there it is. Okay. Damn, that's excellent.
And you can see that Hogarth drapery book coming into play there.
Was this all traditional, or is it?
Yeah, this is all acrylic on an artboard.
Oh, it's great.
Thank you.
Oh, I might hire you to do a cover.
I would be happy to. Now, let's see.
And that's why we're here. Collaboration. Networking.
I'm on on the X Twitter at Comics Apex. You can find me on there.
I'm pretty sure I'm following you already. I follow so many indie comics guy. It's ridiculous. Like, my Twitter feed is just loaded with people. I'm always retweeting and sharing and liking people's projects.
That's good. Yeah.
That's what you do.
That's right, man. The rising tide lifts all boats. We gotta support each other.
It's very true.
I have no problem pimping somebody else's work.
Pimp our work. Time to pimp your art on the Madness Network.
Here you go.
Hello.
And for all you people watching, you know, you guys know you got your you got your wrenches and stuff. Put them to use. That's why we're here.
That's right.
Now, in a couple hours, Fellowship of the D20. Last Sunday's episode will be showing on the network in preparation for Sunday's live episode. And Jeff here can tell you a little bit more about that.
Yes, indeed. On the Fellowship of the D20, we have the game started with the Lost Mines of Phandelver. And my wife and I joined the game at the point of shifting into the Princes of the Apocalypse campaign.
Princes of the Apocalypse.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun where the evil elemental princes are trying to bring in this primordial lord of epic destruction who embodies all four elements, known as Fergrax, although we don't like to say his name because he likes to appear, and he's connected to my character in particular. So we've been calling him F-Bomb, as opposed to doing
when you
the
say his
Voldemort
name,
thing.
he appears like Beetlejuice or something?
Kind of. My he attached himself to my character because I'm playing a character who's a warlock artificer.
Oh God, that's
And
crazy.
yeah, he's a rabbit who does like stage magic. So I kind of flipped that idea around.
Wow.
His name is Hieronymus Hyrax Whodunit, because Houdini Whodunit.
Yeah.
He is a character who has started out as a heron guy.
Rich. How you doing, pal?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
we got vocals.
Hello.
All right,
How you guys
let
doing?
me go ahead and turn you up just a
What are
little
we
bit.
doing? What are we
Turn
doing?
it up.
It's
Turn it
just a
up.
hangout, Rich.
Just to hang out? All right, that's
Just
cool.
a hangout.
The radio.
I mean, if you want to draw, by all means, go ahead.
I
and
remember
draw.
when that came on the radio. 83. Wow.
Yeah, you were like, well,
How
how old
old
were you?
I am.
Yeah, I
So
was
how
born
old,
in
how old
68,
are we
man.
Apex? We like, are you
Hey,
68?
man.
Yeah, me too, man.
I can see her.
I got just about everybody here but Pops, I'm thinking.
What don't you got?
What don't you got?
What don't you got of Pops? What do you mean?
Yeah, age-wise.
Oh, yeah.
I'm older than
6.
Pops.
Yeah, he's
Believe it
older.
or not.
Where were you born?
I was born in 1963.
So was I.
Whoa, you don't look it.
So, hold up. So was I.
Thank
But I
you.
just turned 60. You probably turned 60
Really?
earlier in the year, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
last
wow.
week.
I feel like a youngster at 54 now all of a
I'm
sudden.
460 pretty much, so yeah.
Actually, today is a weird day for me because my real father was born and died in September, and one of the dates is the 15th and the other is the 29th, and I always get them mixed up, so I don't know if it's happy birthday or happy death day, but I got you, Pops. You know,
Wow.
I forget, I get them mixed up all the time, and every time I think it's one, it turns out to be the other, so I just gave up on trying to fucking remember. You know,
Happy Death Day. That sounds like a horror movie. Has there been a horror movie called Happy Death Day?
Yes, and Happy Death Day
Really?
1 and 2.
Are you serious? Really?
Yeah, it's about this gal who's going through this Groundhog Day time loop,
Oh, I think I
And-
may have seen some of that.
and she's
Yeah.
trying to figure out her murder to get it, how she got murdered to get out of the loop.
Oh wow, that's
There you
pretty
go.
wild.
Yeah, it's a pretty novel
Well, I've heard
concept.
of
I thought
that,
it was cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
That
I'm
is pretty cool.
also a horror aficionado.
yes.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
He popped into the horror movie club last week, and it was like him and Brian and Matt. It's like they don't need me there. They all know way freaking more about horror movies than I do. But it's great hanging out with them. And man, I've been turned on to some awesome movies since Brian started doing that show on the
Have you heard of Horror Mike? He has a YouTube channel. He's a great horror channel. He's a film director. He's a film director, an independent film director.
I will look that up. One of
It's
the
really-
one of
yeah.
the great privileges I've had as a member of the Comic Crusaders is I've gotten a chance to do a lot of interviews.
Yeah.
And more than half the interviews I've done have been with indie horror film directors and creators.
Yeah, they're great.
I just recently, not the most recent interview. I did an interview just like yesterday, or maybe the day before, with a lovely lady who's been all over the industry. But before that, my interview before that for the Comic Crusaders was for the writer and director of a film called
Called what?
Shit.
Oh no, he froze up.
8 Found Dead. That was
8
just me
Found
thinking.
Dead?
That was my
Okay.
brain freezing up. 8 Found Dead. It's a terrific movie about like this kind of disparate timeline. There's 3 sets of people involved, and it by the end it all kind of comes together, kind of like Pulp Fiction, Memento style. It's beautifully shot, wonderfully acted. The creators were a blast to talk to, and it gives you that sort of like it's weirdly Hitchcockian in a way. A little 10 Little Indians. It's a murder horror thriller, and it's absolutely superb. I tell you, for an indie project, this looks like a studio production. It just looks that good, and it's acted that well, and the direction's fantastic. And Dark Sky released it, and they did this wonderful poster, which just has that classic kind of 80s slasher film where there's this lady in a beach chair, and over her is the silhouette of this guy holding an axe, getting ready to bring it down on her, and then like the font used is just so like that 80s kind of like 70s 80s horror type. Like, it's terrific.
That's cool.
Rich.
What?
Is horror movies are horror movies in the UK like different? Like when you
a lot of them involve jack-o'-lanterns, Jack the Ripper, and some other shit. I don't fucking.
Do you guys still have the video nasties list? Are there things that are still banned over there?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the British are funny because they'll use all sorts of foul language on their average television broadcast. but it's like, God forbid, it's like anyone gets scared of anything. No, don't do it. No, please don't.
It's funny culturally what we find offensive. Like over here,
I find them offensive sometimes.
But it's funny, like because I do watch like I enjoy a lot of foreign programs from like all over the world, like Asia, Europe, just wherever. Yeah. And they're very free, like you said, with like the language and the nudity over there. But like we don't like nudity over here. But like we'll open up somebody's guts like nobody's business. Like, let's just feed your intestines all over the place.
Yeah,
that's actually kind of silly. I mean, there's nothing wrong with boobs. I mean, you get all this people.
I'm a fan.
Me too.
I know. So am I, man. I mean, it's boobs are boobs, And the one thing that's going to be funny about it is that what happens is that as soon as you see like consistent boobs or like whatever the hell it's going to be, after a while you're going to be like,
who
cares?
Yeah.
Who gives
it's
a
like
shit?
being a DJ in a strip club. Eventually, it's just another.
Yeah, I walk it now. If it was me, 21, walking to a strip club, I'd have like the flagpole forever. I would die from loss of blood. But now at my age, 55, it's not like I don't lust after the female form or anything. I'm just like, I've seen it a million times. I mean, what else can you type? I mean, that's all I really care about at this point now.
Yeah,
I can't wait to hang out with homeboy Rich tonight. Oh, really? Now I'm. All right.
Are you staying up late tonight, Rich?
I stay up late every fucking night. Really, after a while, it's just insane.
Yeah,
I mean that's midnight your time. I'm
well aware of that. It's already like 5 o'clock here now.
I know.
So it's really outrageous, the time and everything here.
Ron says, I disagree. Boobs are not boobs. Boobs are not interchangeable. Well, you remember back in the day,
when you've seen the amount of boobs that I have, after a while, it's like, all right.
He says they're not interchangeable, and I have to disagree. Do you guys remember the bolt-ons?
Yeah.
I mean, these days you can get some Lee press-on titties in about an hour.
Right.
Oh, I love those Lee press-on titties. Those are great. Honestly.
Lee press-on titties. Interchangeable.
Yes. Lee press-on titties.
What's the matter, Ron?
What's Ron Romo's acting like he's never seen titties before.
Probably never saw the bolt-on. He probably might have never saw a set of bolt-ons. That's
what? He got that cross-eyed look like. Wait, what?
Huh? Yeah, I don't know. That's all right.
Britt's calling him.
Damn it,
Are you
Britt's
listening
calling
to these
me.
guys?
Fritz.
That's weirdly starting to sound like.
This is.
It's weirdly starting to sound like Edward G. Robinson to me. Yeah, Rocky wants to see some titties. Yeah. Show me the boobs.
Oh,
Bring
that's
him
awesome.
here. Let's see the headlights. Somebody turn down the AC. I want to see him poking.
Yeah, let's see them areola in the
show in the window.
Yeah.
There's some
See
kind of
areola in the bubble. Come on.
This is what happens when we don't get a game stream. Okay, this is what happens when we don't get to do our game stream. And this is
a whole bunch of 50 and 60 somethings become adolescents. A whole bunch of 50 and 60 somethings all of a sudden.
Bunch of middle-aged teenagers.
Oh God, help us!
Middle-aged teenagers. That's what we are.
Oh man, hey,
that sounds like
a comic show idea.
Yeah, middle-aged teenagers.
I had to go get me a little something to drink over the weekend, so I go to the store, and if you go to self-checkout, the thing calls the attendant over if you have alcohol, right? And she comes over and she keys in her code and she punches the thing that says over 50, and I was like, "Thank you for hitting the thing that says over 50." And she goes, "What? Why are you saying thank you?" It's because I'm over fucking 50. That's why. I didn't want to pull my ID out for this dumb shit.
Here's my ID. Am I of age? Oh, you look at that.
I can't stand that. It's like, look at my beard. Look at my beard.
Look at my face.
This is not a color choice.
Right. I didn't choose gray.
Gray chose you.
Yeah, it chose me.
Chooses us all in the end.
Does.
Yeah.
So does.
This is how I felt this morning. Just so everybody knows.
What?
This is how I felt this morning.
Please don't make me do stuff.
How dare you? Making him do stuff.
Make me do stuff.
Unless it's involving my campaign and making it bigger and better, you can bother me.
Right, yeah.
What is up, Shadow? Shadowhawk Talks.
Shadowhawk Talks.
There he is. Doc was here earlier.
Shadowhawk. Are you related to that Neil Adams creation?
I mean,
Comico back in, or was it not Comico? What was
Jim Valentino.
That's that Shadowhawk crap. Ugh.
Oh, was it
Shadowhawk backs?
What was the Neil Adams one? Was the Neil Adams Nighthawk?
It was Nighthawk, I think.
That was Nighthawk.
Yeah,
the Neil Adams is far superior to Carmen Infantino.
Oh man,
did they want a great grandfather figure over an Image? I mean, holy shit, man!
Man, when Neil was running, 60s. I loved it when Neil had his own comic book line back in the day.
Continuity, yeah.
Yeah, continuity. That's
continuity, yeah.
And then
Valentino. Valentino is the name you're looking for.
Yeah, Jim Valentino. Yeah.
And even when he wasn't drawing, like he trained up all of his guys to basically draw like him. So it was like a whole line of Neil Adams books.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Good to see you, Shadow. I said Doc was out here earlier, but he got called to duty. So we're just doing a hangout because we don't have a game stream today because Max is at the doctor. So we just okay, this is what happens when we don't get to play our games.
Yes.
I want to play my game.
Yeah.
Thinking about that in continuity, Neil was kind of ahead of the curve. He was like Image before Image because if you think about all the guys who jumped on Image, all the guys most of the guys they started hiring people who drew like them. Rob Liefeld had a whole bunch of guys who
drew like him.
That drew like him. Yeah,
you want to call it drawing, but all right.
Oh man, Rob gets more shit than he deserves. I actually like his
excitement.
Work.
He has so draw feet. How do you not get shit? You don't draw feet for 30 years.
I want to see a Rob feet book.
No. Watch this. See that? That's a foot. That's a foot. What do you want to do? It's draw.
Rich. Whoa.
Draw my toes, Rob. Draw my toes.
I can
My
already see.
toes
Hold
wobble,
up, hold up, Rich. You know what just happened?
I forgave all of his mistakes because his artwork was so dynamic and exciting. I didn't care that he put like 80 teeth in a guy's head.
Oh my goodness, Rich, you're gonna bring all
I was
the
like,
foot
yeah,
fetish.
let's roll with this.
Well, one second,
Rich,
Pops. What'd you say, buddy?
You're gonna bring all the foot fetish people in, man. Don't do that. Don't.
I mean, it's just like I like Humberto Ramos, but his characters have feet that are so big, they're like weeble wobbles. They're never getting knocked off.
They're
balance.
triangles.
Right?
His feet are like this. That's it. All of his feet are like this, and they have like a little point, like the little roach killers when you gotta step on them in the corner. You know, so it's like
roach killer.
All you got to do.
A long time ago, I had a rule in the madness where you weren't allowed to bash other people and shit, and then I met Rich.
And then you know,
and history was made. Yeah.
Oh,
I will say, I looked at his when he came back to Marvel a couple of years back with his new character. I was like, oh look, Rob's drawing feet now. But I, you know, as I thought artistically, and you know, his anatomy had gotten much better. Yeah. But interestingly, I thought his art was less dynamic. It looked a lot more staged, and I was like, man, I kind of miss the old days when he
didn't care. It's like, there it is, right? Just boom in your face.
Yeah, just like, because he said like Art Adams inspired him.
Oh, that's
but
cool.
I think that's also built off like looking at his style. I see a lot of Jack Kirby in that, just exploding out of the panel, the type of force shortening he was doing.
Yeah.
I like that stuff. I like it when things jump out like that.
Yeah.
But I like the really technical artists too, like Jim Lee.
Uh-huh.
My big caveat with Jim Lee is he doesn't know how to draw more than one face.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He draws the same damn pose all the time.
It's pretty much
draws the same fucking pose. Yes, he does. He does. That's it. I'm like that. That's like the end game killer, because that's what he does. And I'm like, wow, Jim Lee, I am disappointed in you.
I guess that's how he can draw so fast with so much detail.
That's you could thank Scott Williams for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could thank Scott Williams for that one. Scott Williams is the guy who saves a lot of Jim Lee's art.
I agree.
I am a huge fan of fucking Scott Williams.
He doesn't get enough credit, really. He really doesn't.
Inkers usually never do. They never do. Yeah. You know, I mean, for the longest time, my mentor, the immortal Keith Williams, he was, that's right, the immortal Keith Williams. I said it. Mm-hmm. That's right. The immortal Keith Williams. The immortal Keith Williams inked over John Byrne for quite some time. And he rarely, if ever, I don't know if he got the adulation that he deserves, but whatever adulation was given, he deserved more, because a lot of times, you know, Byrne for a good amount of time just phoned it in after a while. He really did. And Keith Williams, he saved a lot of the stuff that he did, dude. He really did.
Yeah, his
and I'm gonna tell y'all
once he hit the late 90s, he is just
he fell off. He fell off the wagon. He's off the wagon. You know, he stopped drinking. He started drinking.
I still love to go over to Burn Robotics and look at his X-Men fan.
Oh, I love his X-Men stuff.
Oh yeah.
Great.
You can tell when John cares. You can definitely tell when he cares about something.
He also had Terry Austin.
Yeah,
Terry Austin was decades ahead of the curve with the way that
Keith. I want to go back to Keith for a minute.
You want to go back to Keith?
there was
the immortal Keith Williams.
There was a day in Keith's career when he went into the bullpen and he was looking for an inker, and he pointed at that guy. And he said
he was looking for an assistant. That's what he was doing. Really? He was looking for it. I was in Morita's Raiders in '94. And he was looking for an assistant. He comes in as suave as he is. He goes, "Hi, I'm Keith Williams, and I'm looking for a background assistant." And I go, "I'll do it. I'll do it." I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, of course. But I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it." He's like,
whatever.
Okay,
just let me in.
He kept me for 2 years, and if it wasn't for this man, I wouldn't have had a career at all. I wouldn't have had anything at Marvel at all. That man taught me everything I needed to know, and I rode that wave for a decade. Then I stopped for a bit, and then I went to DC Comics for a couple of years, and that was the end of my time as an inker. Now I actually draw shit, and now I actually teach it. So I'm like, yay, thank you, Keith Williams.
This
how
is the other
amazing.
cool thing, because it's because of Keith Williams that Rich and I met. Okay, because Keith Williams was going to be on CromCon.
Oh wow!
I didn't know Rich, and Keith Williams was coming on the show, and Rich sent me a private message on Facebook, and he's like, "Hey man, you don't know me, but Keith Williams is my mentor, dude. He was like my dad. Can I come out and surprise him during your show?" And I'm like,
"Yeah,
yep, that's who he is to me."
I'll tell you, like,
not a lie.
I didn't have that sort of experience. I wish I did. Boy, I'm really envious of that story. But,
no kidding, I am too.
I met Brian Stelfreeze shows up at Heroes Con at least every year I've been down there, and Brian is like the sweetest guy. Like, you know how some guys they'll have like a limit to like how much stuff they'll sign. Brian will sign everything you've got. He'll talk to you. And this dude, I was showing him my portfolio, and he would hang out with me on his lunch break and give me friggin' pointers and tips and like little lessons. And every year I came back, he would critique my stuff again and like make notice of like what I improved on, what I still need to work on. What a generous dude. Now, I don't want I don't want everybody to go like a stampede Brian Stelfreeze if you see him at Heroes Con. But I just want to like say how much I appreciated him for whatever reason, other than him just being a super nice guy, taking the time to help a young kid out.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
It's the fact that there are people who are willing to do that without any hesitation whatsoever, who just give the time that they need. That kind of I mean, I wanted to be a teacher before I met Keith, but I will tell you that because of how good of a teacher Keith was with everything he does, he only spurred me to want to pursue it even more. And yeah, Keith Williams is the driving force in my life. He really is. I would take a bullet for this man, and I consider him a father, 100%. Love this man. I
tell you, it's a shame. Recently, we lost one of my favorite anchors in Dan Green.
Yeah, holy shit!
Oh, how old was he? Remember?
He wasn't that old.
He wasn't that old, but he passed away. I've been part of like a little Facebook thread that was talking about his passing. Like, we're just reminiscing about all the great artists that he inked over, and like
Mark Silvestri for one.
Yeah. Really enjoyed his art, particularly on Silvestri's pencils for X-Men.
And
he gave it such a raw, kind of gritty feel. And you look at like
he gave it more solidity. That's how I felt about it.
He did,
because like when you look at Silvestri's stuff, when he goes to Image, it's very imagey.
Oh yeah,
you know, with like all the hash marks, all the lines, all the stuff. But like and like, don't get me wrong, I love Mark Silvestri's work, especially like some of the stuff that I've seen that he does now, which is a little bit more raw, like that Batman Joker thing he did, which I thought looked amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I really dug his work on X-Men, especially after seeing like Dan work on people like John Romita Jr. He gives it so much impact, so much solidity.
Yeah. God rest his soul.
He saved a lot of John Romita Jr.'s work.
A good anchor will do that.
Yeah, good anchor will save your ass.
I've seen Danny Miki. I've seen examples of Danny Miki turning a piece of bad art into a friggin' masterpiece.
I bet he did. Wow.
It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do.
It's
not even close. It's hard enough as it is if you have a shit penciler. And it's hard enough if you have a shit penciler who thinks he's the shit. And it's like when they have that little diva attitude, it's like, oh, you're a dick.
I've asked permission on projects before. It's like when I've been asked to ink, is like, hey, like, because it's indie, you know, and you know, not everybody is like, you know, top tier or anything like that. And I've asked the publisher, like, hey, would you mind if I like, I know traditionally you want to preserve what the artist is doing, trying to enhance it. Like, would you mind if I just really took this to the next level because I think I can?
Yeah.
And when the publisher like lets you do that, then like, okay, I'm going to make this guy look super awesome.
and then he's going to take all the credit
and
say that, yeah, I did it. I drew that shit. Yeah, that was mint. And then he just takes it, and then all of a sudden he gets another gig, and he's like, and he doesn't use you as the anchor, and then all of a sudden he gets called out for the fraud that he is.
It sticks in my crawl though. I just don't want to I don't want to work on something and release something that's not good.
Yeah.
So like, even if I know like I might not get the credit for it, it's like I got to make this look as good as I can.
Agreed. Because after a while, it's like after a while, it's your name on it.
Yeah,
it's your name on it. And whether you care about the person or not, whether you care about the book or not, that's still your name on it. That's still a representation of who you are as an artist. And if that's corrupted, even if you really don't like the person, and even if it really sticks at your craw, it hurts you as a person, because it's like, yeah, it's like, I've studied this long in X amount of time, and I've drawn X amount of pages all this time, and it's like I feel like I have to hate the job that I'm doing because I don't like the person or the book, and that hurts your soul. That hurts your soul.
We did not get into comics to hate what we were doing.
No, nope, we did not. Oh, one second. I'm installing my printer here because I'm gonna. I do thumbnails for pencil pages digitally.
Oh wow!
No, okay. I don't copy from fucking Google Images. I actually draw my own shit. So
of course you do. Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. There you go. Bracy, is that your name?
Yeah, I go by my last name.
Okay, cool.
It's an old army holdover.
Oh, you served?
I did.
How long did you serve, sir?
6 years, Army National Guard, Charlie 163, Medical Support Battalion. I was attached to the first ID. And amazingly, somehow I managed to avoid both Gulf Wars. I just kind of hit that sweet spot in the middle of all the wars.
Wow.
Well, thank you for serving, regardless of whatever branch you did, whatever time you did. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you for serving. So you're an artist too, then? You're an artist also? Yeah, you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You didn't see some of the stuff here. Let me
show them the spawn.
Why aren't you on the draw stream or something? Why don't you come onto the draw stream?
Because, believe it or not, I am such a technophobe. I don't know how to do a lot of stuff. I can barely use.
But you're here.
I know I'm a techno. My wife likes to say it like this: I'm a wizard, because technology hates me. Let me bring the spawn back up.
Yeah, let's take a look.
It's really cool.
This is gonna be one of my older pieces where I was still primarily working analog.
All right. Acrylics, I think.
Yep. A buddy of mine convinced me that I needed to learn how to airbrush, and that's actually what got me into painting. I'd done a little painting before then, but pencil and pen and ink were my jam at the time. And I ended up painting motorcycles for a few years.
Oh, cool.
Cool. What the hell am I printing? What is this shit? Okay. All right.
Okay, here we go. Pull it up to a nice size. And let's see if I can center this nicely for you.
Oh, that's sweet, isn't it? Wow.
Let me see.
That's beautiful church.
That's rather good.
Thank you.
Damn.
Kate. Wow, that's cool.
That's rather good.
Thank you very much.
How long did it take you to do that?
Probably a week.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, like you can't see in here, but like if you had the painting in front of you, you'd actually see like I put reflections of his costume in the chain. So there's like little bits of black and white and red running down parts of the chain that are closest to his suit.
Well, that's cool.
I get like really obsessive compulsive about details.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. That looks like really good key art.
Thank you.
Let me see that again. Let me see that again.
Sure.
Yeah, man.
So I'm looking at it as like a quote unquote teacher thing. I want to see the composition and the ability that you have.
Let me send you the link to that image. I'll put it in
All
the
right,
chat.
please. Yeah, please.
You'll actually be able to see there.
Put it in the private chat so I can download it.
I didn't. It's not a good size, so it's not at the proper resolution. Unfortunately, it's.
I'm sure.
What size is that? Is it a 9x12 or?
It's big. That's what it is. It's big.
It's definitely at least like a 17 by 20 panel, or maybe 15 15 by 17. I tend to work larger when I paint.
Yeah.
All of my comic book stuff obviously is like like the comic book size, and I tend to work at like 400 pixels. Right. But I was kind of like dumb on how to scan things back in the day, and I've really got to go rescan that and put it into the swap that out.
I need a.
All right, I'm waiting for you to drop it in the private chat.
Just getting to it.
Because from what I saw from that looked rather good.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm just calling it as I see it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me when I tell you, I call out people who suck. Trust me.
Hey,
there are a lot of people who I do not like and who do not like me, and I'm like, good.
Yeah, it's good.
No, there's a lot of suckage to be had, and like I've definitely
my God.
I've definitely had periods where I've done better and I've done worse because I have not worked consistently. Like over the past 25 years, I've dipped in and out of comics and stuff.
That happens, my friend.
I understand.
So I'm 54 and I'm trying to play catch up with people half my age. And I was like, oh, if I'd just been drawn all this time, I would be like master level by now, but I haven't. There's been periods where I was like 5 years off, 10 years off because life stuff.
Yeah, I get it. I do get it. I do understand that. I was out for about 5 years myself.
Yeah,
I was out for a good 5 years.
All right, there's a link for you. You can see my entire gallery from there.
All right, give me a sec. Let me see if I can. Oh, there it is. Give me a moment. You're on DeviantArt, man. I don't remember anybody using that.
Yeah, I remember that.
DeviantArt. Oh, nice composition. I like this. I like this quite a bit. I'm looking at the way that the cape flows outward and the toes pointing down. That's a nice. Oh God, yeah, that's really good.
I wanted to do my own take on Spawn a little bit, and I tend to do that. Like you'll find in the gallery, I've got a painting of Venom I did in like this H.R. Giger style, where he's all kind of biomechanical.
Ooh, that's cool! Wow,
that's horrifying.
I sold that I sold that painting just a couple of years ago to a fella.
Nice.
Good for you, man.
Because I've been carrying around like a whole bunch of paintings to the cons for like years and years, and I've only managed to sell a couple of them.
Well, that's good.
But it's really nice when like a fan says like, I've got to have that. That makes you feel so good.
It does.
That and like when I have people on DeviantArt or hitting me up in the DMs and telling me like, you really inspire me. It's like, wow, that's great, because technically, as far as the industry goes, I'm like a nobody. But I've got a pretty decent following on DeviantArt.
Here too. Nice.
The what one?
Nice. I'm looking at the Venom.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to think that you're paying attention to how you're using. Oh yeah, man. You haven't lost it. You just have to.
Well, that's old stuff. That's like that's way back in '99. Like
wow.
You'll see like in the painting section of my gallery, you can see some of the digital paintings I've done. You can see there's definitely been a shift in technique going from digital to analog, or vice versa.
Yeah.
different tools, learning different applications, and in some ways it's been more profitable because I can crank those out a lot faster than I was when I was painting on a board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a sec with this. I'm just trying to get all my shit together.
Sure.
I just printed out the thumbnails that I put out. I mean, what I do is I use
Rick,
yeah. What?
Rich, you got admin? I'm gonna pop out for a minute and take dogs out back.
Yeah, go ahead, do whatever you're gonna do.
Hey, Rich, are you on Twitter? I'd love to follow you.
He's on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook. Just send me a friend request or whatever.
I will do that.
I'm in the madness, man. I'm in the madness, bro.
The madness. The madness.
The madness.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, it is without a doubt
The madness.
best kept secret on Facebook. Join
It should
us.
never be a secret. Everybody should know about. All the chicks should know about it and show their.
Do you remember when we didn't tell people about the group? And just
wow, there we are streaming
had
on
choice
Facebook.
people coming in.
Thank goodness. How about that?
Yes.
We're noticeable. Hey.
Oh yeah, Apex.
I'm
I
gonna
got
be taking the
Phil
dogs
Leone.
out. Y'all handle this. I'll be
All right. Well,
Sorry?
Don't be too long, man. I want to eat something. At some point.
Oh no,
Thanks.
that's fine. Yeah.
No. What was I going to
now,
say?
now I'm taking them for a walk all the way around the fucking park, dude.
Great. Thanks.
Take the dogs out for a minute.
Thank you, fuckface. Thank you. Fucking guy takes advantage of me all the damn time. I swear to Christ. Anyway, what the hell was I going to say? Oh shit, those are printed a little bit too big. Yeah, who cares? Anyway, what the hell was I going to say? I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Oh well.
It's a problem when you're creative.
Oh boy, I can't stand being a creative. Sometimes. Oh yeah. Oh, here's what I was going to say. Apex.
Yes, sir.
Phil Leone. You know who Phil Leone is, right?
Yeah.
He's coloring the Roaring.
Really?
Yes, he is. Yeah, because awesome. I can do it, but I can't do it. It's impossible because it's like, that was fun. What the hell is that? Okay, this that goes. Where does that go? Okay, that goes right there. Okay, good.
I'm glad you found a really great colors to do your.
Yeah, I can't do it. It's just impossible. I had
You have a very tight schedule.
Well, we over at the school that I teach at, we revamped the entire program.
Oh wow!
Like literally revamped the entire program, and we're finally. I have to think for a second that it was also a little bit of my influence saying, why don't you spread this fucking program all over the place? Because you can. Well, you really can. I mean, they teach visual effects, they teach 3D modeling, they teach 3D sculpting, all nice. That shit to like movie level, accuracy. And I'm like, why the hell are you just doing this for games? I mean, now they're spreading it out, and we had to change our we had to change everything about our schedule of classes, which in the United Kingdom is called scheme of work. We had to change our class modules, which is our which we call here in the UK module guides for each of the classes. I had to write 3 of them, and I had to put together 5 lesson plans
that's a lot of work.
30, I had to that encompass 30 weeks.
Oh, wow.
But it's fun, and we finished that up this week, and we start not this Monday coming up, but the Monday after. And I have to come up with putting together all the PowerPoint as many PowerPoint presentations as I can. I got to do it for enough classes for at least until the end of the year because I'm already stunk.
Oh my god!
I'm so fucking tired. It's not even funny. And then this weekend, I'm glad I was able to print out these thumbnails because I have pages I got to finish up that I have to do for Max Devill for a book that he's putting out. And I'm just getting these pages set up because once I finish putting them together, I'm done for the day. because then I'll just work on all this crap tomorrow, and I'm like, yep, you know, I'm fried. I'm good. We're good. That's it. Because I've had to kill myself over the last few weeks
I
in order to make sure that this shit was put together. Yeah, it's insane.
Teaching is very tough. It's very tough.
It's a noble ass professional. I fucking love it.
You're right. Yeah.
I do. I love it. Like I like my balls. I love it. Just that's it. I love teaching like crazy. Truly.
Rich loves his balls.
I was about to say, he loves it like his balls.
I love my balls like I love
That's an
teaching.
endorsement.
That's a big ass endorsement, man.
I love my balls.
Love my balls.
See, I found
my balls love me.
That's weird. I found like an artist page, but I don't think is that your personal page.
No. My name, I have a different name on Facebook. It's Rich Devera. It's my pen name, Devera, because as a teacher, I cannot allow it for they take safeguarding here. In the United Kingdom,
I get it.
very
Like
seriously.
one of the artists I'm friends with, who's a UK guy, who's over there. He was working on a project with us, and he's also an educator. Yeah. So he never lets his real name out just in case. I'm one of the few people over here who knows what his name is, and like we just always calling him by his screen name so it doesn't cause him any hassles.
Exactly.
You said Devera?
Yeah, Devera.
All right, let's see what that gets us.
Rich Devera. You'll see a big I.
Okay, there we go. I was about to say there's a couple of them over here. Adding friend.
All right,
Ooh,
cool.
Wow, look at
definitely.
this.
What?
I'm just looking at just your some of your art already.
It's really good stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not great. It is what it is.
Yeah. Paul Smith he's influenced by Paul Smith.
I mean, Paul Smith, the guy who used to work on X-Men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rich
You
really
will never find a better storyteller than him. That guy. I think I'm right on this one. Paul Smith is the guy who's either the concept artist or the storyboard artist for the 1978 animated film The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Look at this. If you look at some of his earlier work on Doctor Strange and you look at some of the art, some of it's him. It's him. I shit you not.
Yeah, even more than X-Men, I loved his work on Doctor Strange.
Oh, he's so fucking good. He's such a damn good storyteller.
I hate to end this on a sad note, but Joseph Monk's member of the Madness for a long time. Good dude. Always help pick me up and stuff, you know. Rest in peace, brother.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry. Yeah.
I don't know when it happened. I just found out myself. So it's like, you know.
I saw it on the post about maybe a week or two ago.
Yeah, see, I didn't even.
I know he had. One thing I do know is that he had he and I had a lot of mutual contacts, and he was a contact of mine. We didn't really correspond, but I posted on his page that it's like, look, man, I mean, I barely talked to the person, but I will tell you something. Judging from all the posts that this person has, it's like he's most likely a loved human being.
Dude,
you know, it's a shame.
There was so many times, like you guys know, sometimes I'll post something and you can tell I'm a little depressed or whatever. Dude was one of them dudes that would be in my inbox and bring me up all the time. And, you know, always had something cool to say, was always appreciative of what I do and always tried to help keep me fucking focused and going forward, man. And I appreciate that. And to his family and loved ones, man, you know, I don't even have words. I hate that shit.
Definitely heaven bound.
We all got a time. You know?
Yeah, that's one of the sad things about being our age. Not that this is necessarily equivalent to this fellow, but like you get to this point in life and like all these amazing people you grew up with start falling off.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
It's
older you get,
hardcore.
the more friends you lose.
It's true.
You know. Hey, we all got to keep going forward. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I said, to his
keep
family
carrying,
and to his people.
carrying that torch, and then one day the next generation, like, man, you remember that Pops guy? That guy was awesome. Like, look at that Roku channel. Like, that Roku channel happened because of that Pops dude.
Rich is going to be cussing me out the day after I die.
Motherfucker.
I will not be pleased. Nah,
You'll find out that all this time you've been muting his mic and not letting him know.
No, he'll just be like, I can't do this without you. Come back here.
Oh yeah.
I told my wife, given the way things are, like I told her she has two instructions for, like, if one of us dies. One, if I pass away, get on my social, let everybody know so people don't have to wonder what happened to me. And two, I told her, if you die, I'm going to Frankenstein your ass or voodoo you or something back to life, because I'm not dating again. I've seen what's going on out there. Screw that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was like, you're either coming back or I'm just done. You don't have to worry about anybody stepping into your shoes. I'm just done. If it's not you, I'm done.
Yeah. Right.
Come on, guys. It's just the guy on the computer. I got to shut this down though.
All right.
If you're paying attention a little while, tip of the D20 replay from last Sunday will be going live at 2:00. Got Romo Art tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern with that guy. And Creative Cranium after that, which I don't even know who's going to be on that show. I'm just like on top of it right here.
Hang on a second.
Who's going to be on that show tonight?
Apex, are you part of the Apex Comics group?
Apex? No, I'm my own studio. COMIX, Apex Comics. Those are guys that spell comics correctly. COMICS. No relation.
I'm leaving. Bye.
See you. All
right.
right.
Do you have a Twitter presence, or is it just
at Comics Apex? That's what my Twitter is. Yeah.
Following.
Thank you.
So yeah,
my pleasure. Because I can pimp your stuff.
You will see tonight on the Creative Cranium with Timothy Fling. You will see Matt Knowles, Steph Cannon, who I like to call Scream Punk and Top Billing, okay, respectively, and Paul Thayer and John Dexter will be on the show tonight. So you can get some dime store detective and I don't know what Matt and Steph always got something going on. So, it should be a good show. Check it out. And then I'm going to probably play a late night replay of Manticore's reality gaming episode 1 of Star Child. He said, we're going to see what this is all about. Now he's done 4 episodes and we'll probably get them all up sometime through the week, just so we can get caught up with what he's doing. You guys know what's up, man. It's all about good programming. For our friends at Harbor Farms, and no, that's not a paid advertisement. Thank you. They're just my friends. Keep me happy. What can I tell you? Let's see. Do we got any cool kind of stuff in here we can play on the way out? This is Doc Studio. I got to get out of Doc Studio. Got to go where there's good stuff.
Good stuff.
There you go. See, now I can see some stuff. All right. I'm going to play some trailers on the way out of here, as I am always wont to do. You people have a great day. We'll see you later tonight. Peace.
Hello, my name is Sim, and welcome to the Netverse.
The Civil War was America's bloodiest conflict. Over 500,000 died to preserve national unity. When the war ended, Confederates like Harley Brogdon headed west, shooting game for the Army and gambling. When a card game turns deadly, Harley shoots in self-defense, killing the card sharp who threw down first. Wilfred Knorr, the card sharp's wealthy father, will stop at nothing to see Harley hang. Harley flees to Cobb's Gap, an old silver mining town at the foot of the Rockies. A remarkably peaceful town, especially after dark. But the sheriff harbors a dark secret, and no one dares go into the mines anymore. Cobb's Gap is full of secrets. People speak in hushed tones of something in the mines. Something worse than their cursed sheriff. Something even the Indians fear from the deepest pits of hell. Every secret will be exposed. Bronze Star. Order your copy at bronzestarcomic.com.
What is Path of the Pale Rider anyway? Is it a comic book? No, that's not it. Is it this? What the heck is Path of the Pale Rider, man? There's no way this is right. How about this?
I have no idea.
We can rob a bank. Oh, it's this.
Bringing you sex, sass, and style. Buckle up and unlock your imagination for a fun adventure with these death-dealing dames. They sail the galaxy in search of spoils. The most dangerous acquisition, and the most fruitful, are the legendary Splinters of Yggdrasil. The Splinters are magical artifacts forged from the Tree of Life that wreak havoc on the universe. The missions are perilous, but the bounty is glorious. Enjoy our hyper-fictional wonderland. How is a pirate ship sailing through space? 'Cause magic. How do they heal so quickly after battle? 'Cause magic. How are they able to communicate through jewelry? 'Cause magic. It's all about the characters. Abo, rough, robotic, ready. Mo, carefree, callous, courageous. Mistress Graven, daring, diplomatic, dominating. Betsy, academic, accountable, aristocratic. Nefara, ancient, assured, adrenaline junkie. Bruto, proud, prominent, protective. Fisty, independent, incendiary, invigorating. Roxy, superficial, scarred, secretive. Once you get to know this diverse crew of mythical miscreants, you'll be anxious to find out what trouble they'll get into on the next episode. Go to abogrizzly.com and order both halves of the first episode today.
Madness Entertainment Group presents the Madness Comic Network with original programming and additional comic-related content.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.
How do you end this thing? How do you put the... where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz hands. Jazz hands are down.